Hi guys, happy Friday. This is your lesson for today. So I am in your volume 2 math book. If you could please open it up and turn to page 555. This is lesson 5, analyze bar graphs, okay? Yesterday you worked with making bar graphs. Today we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into bar graphs. And from what I can tell, a lot of you did a great job from yesterday, so nice work with that. We're gonna start on page 556. Looks like this, so have your pencil ready. You may, of course, always stay with me and do the pages, or you can go ahead, or you can pause me and go back, whatever you need to do, okay? So here we go. We're gonna do the see and show box first, and look at that nice name we have first, Owen. Owen Acton, Owen Barkus, this is for you. Owen surveyed his class about their favorite ice cream flavors. Then he made a bar graph to show the data. Okay, so here's that tally chart we used in the last lesson. Owen listed the flavors, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and mint, and then he must have asked his friends, and they voted. Okay, so 7 like chocolate, 3 vanilla, 5 strawberry, and 6 mint. So then he came over here and he turned his tally chart into a bar graph. So just like he did here, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, mint, he had the flavors listed. He just did it along the bottom. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, mint. Then he colored the bar graph for 7 for chocolate, 3 for vanilla, 5 for strawberry, and 6 for mint. And he even color coded it for us, okay? So he made his own bar graph, and then when you count all the tally marks or all the bar graphs that were colored, Owen surveyed 21 classmates. Okay, so we're gonna answer some questions about this bar graph. So 1, 2, and 3 on page 556, it says, use the bar graph above to complete the sentences. The flavor with the least votes is, so least means the lesser amount, okay? So if you look here, you can look at either one of them, but the bar graph is a really good color-coded example. You can see the least is vanilla, okay? So the flavor with the least votes is vanilla. So you'll just write vanilla. It should obviously be spelled right since the words are right up here for you, okay? Number 2, chocolate received 2 more votes than, okay, so here's chocolate at 7. Well, it can't be 2 more than vanilla because that would have been over here. And then 2, let's look at strawberry. Strawberry was 5 and mint was 6. Well, 2 more than 6 is 8, and that's not chocolate. But if we use strawberry, strawberry had 5 and 2 more than 5 is 7. So it's strawberry. So again, make sure that you spell it correctly. And then number 3, what 2 flavors did 11 students vote for? So you're going to have to do some adding, okay? What numbers make up 11? And this is going to be you estimating or you guessing, okay? Unless you can look at it real quick and decide. So 7 plus what is 11? I know that would be 4, but none of my answers are at 4, so it's not gonna be chocolate. Then vanilla is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8, so it can't be vanilla and strawberry. If I add vanilla and mint, mint is 6, and vanilla is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. That can't be right. So what if I go here? Strawberry is 5, and mint is 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. So on the bottom line, you write strawberry and mint. So the next few pages are going to be like this. You're going to have a bar graph, and you're going to have to analyze it. That means you're going to look at the data that was given to you in the bar graph, and you have to decide what the answers are, okay? The bar graph is going to give you all the answers, but you may have to do some adding, maybe some subtracting. That's what analyze means. You look at the numbers and you figure them out, okay? So let's do the next few pages together. I'm on page 557. Okay, here we go. Use the bar graph to answer the question. So here's our bar graph, and it looks like we're talking about hair color in a classroom, okay? At the bottom is the number of students, so they have 0 to 5. On the side, they have the hair color, brown, black, blonde, or red. Okay, so here we go. Which color hair do 5 students have? So I'm going to look here. I'm going to go all the way to 5, and it's brown. So I'm going to write down brown. What color hair do 4 students have? Look at the number down here. What matches up? Blonde. So number 5 is blonde. Number 6 says, what 2 hair colors do the same number of students have? So you can see right here, and I like that they color coded it for us. If I look right across all the numbers, black and red, they match up. See, they both match at 3. So my answer is black and red. If at any time when you're doing your bar graphs, if you want to color code them like these, that's actually a really good idea. So we said black and red. Although it's funny with their color coding because their red is actually green. Maybe you'd pick red to go with red. That seems to make more sense. How many students were surveyed? Okay, a question like this, that means in all, okay? So we need to add all of the numbers here, the bars, okay? So we have 5 plus 3, that's 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15, okay? Now, I don't mind if you don't show your work, but if you need to, you can, of course, write everything out. 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3. Okay, if that helps you, you can certainly do that. Okay, number 8. How would this graph change if 20 students took the survey? Okay, so we surveyed so far 15. If 20 students took it, so if we added 5 students, how would this graph change? And we would see greater numbers, right? Our numbers would get bigger. So you can write one of those things. Our numbers, this is not a complete sentence, so don't worry, would get, or you could say be, greater, or you could say bigger. That's up to you. Bigger and greater mean the same thing, don't they? Okay, number 9. Oh, it looks like we're doing this graph now because we're talking about pets. So let's look over at this bar graph. The same type of setup, but now we're talking about pets. Okay, this is the title up here, pets. Sometimes they want to ask you, they want to know the title of the bar graph. The title is always going to be at the very top. Then on the side, they labeled it pet, and they have dog, cat, fish, and bird. At the bottom, they've labeled it number. So we're going from 0 to 5. Same setup as the hair color, okay? So which pet do most students have? So if we look here, the bar graph, or the animal, I should say, that has the biggest amount colored in is the dog. So for number 9, we're going to write dog. For number 10, it says, which 2 pets do the fewest students have? They're not asking for 1, but they're asking for the 2 pets. Well, right now I can look and see. I knew dog had the most. That looks like fish is next, and then it's cat and bird. They both have 3. So for number 10, I'm writing cat and bird. And then number 11, how many students have cats and birds? So we're going to do some adding. Cats and birds, okay? Cats have 3 and birds have 3, and we all know 3 plus 3 equals 6, okay? So another bar graph with the title, labels, numbers, the bars colored in, okay, but different questions. You can get a lot of answers from just one simple bar graph. That's called analyzing, when you find all the answers, okay? Let's do one more page together, and that would be page 558. Okay, we have one more bar graph, and it says use the bar graph to answer the question. So let's look. Favorite activity, that's the title of the bar graph, so we know what the bar graph is measuring or what it is going to be about based on the title. The activities here on the side, video games, playing outside, reading, board games. And then, just like the other two that we saw, we have the number at the bottom, 0 through 5. And they color-coded it for us, so it sticks out. So 2 questions to answer here. Number 12, how many more people like reading or board games than playing video games? Okay, we really have to read this through. How many people like reading? So here's what I want you to do. I'm going to make an R for reading, and then a hyphen, and then I'm going to write the number. So if I look up here, it's 4, okay? And then board games, I'm going to write BG, and how many people like board games? That's 2, okay? And then I'm going to look here at video games, VG, just so we can kind of figure this out. And video games, 3 people like video games. Okay, let's read this again so we really understand what they're asking us. How many more people like reading or board games than playing video games? So that might be confusing to you, but what you're going to do is you're going to be adding these 2 numbers together, which equals 6. And then you're going to be subtracting the video game number, which is 3. So 6 take away 3 is 3. So let's make sure, you always need to go back and make sure it makes sense, okay? How many more people like reading or board games than playing video games? So here's reading, here's board games. Together that makes 6. 6 take away 3 from the video games is 3. You could also answer it this way, because they use the word or. You could do 2 separate problems. So we could say it's 3, or you could look at it with the reading. I think they mean it together though. I think I'm going to keep it this way, because if I make it separate, it wouldn't quite make sense. So let's keep it this way. I think it would have made more sense if they put and, but they didn't, and that's okay. So that's how you do number 12, okay? Then 13, it says Samantha changes her vote from playing outside to reading. Which activity is the class favorite now? Okay, so let's go back up. She changes her vote from playing outside, so we have to actually take one away. So cross off playing outside. Samantha has changed her mind, and she wants to go from playing outside to reading. So I'm going to color one more box for reading. So now I still have 3 for video games. I have 3 now for playing outside. I have 5 now for reading and 2 for board games. So what is the class favorite now? And the biggest number is reading. So I'm going to write down reading. If you want to challenge yourself and try the hot problem down below, you can. If not, that's it for bar graphs with me. And then you're going to go on and do the next 2 pages, 559 and 560 on your own. And then mom and dad are going to take a picture. Okay? Good luck, guys. See you later. Happy Friday. Bye.